chick, pulling tricks, looking slick at all times when I'm flipping. Sipping, car dipping, redwood grain gripping, still tipping on foes. GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can see up in my window. Don't understand me, cause I'm boss hog on top down at Maxis with a big hand, pieced up, creased up, stand dressed to impress. Big boss Bill Buckle under my Michelin S. Oh, Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like a escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't change, I still represent what's your house, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sipping, wood grain, I'm gripping, kidney lanes.
And Dodo.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. We've seen some solid play from this Milwaukee team recently. They dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Both teams tonight more than capable of putting up points. Shaq, what do you think will be the decision?
Live from Orlando, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic and Amway Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Look at the last game for the Orlando Magic. It was a win against the Nets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
And at this point of the season, Clark, we can see which teams have the better depth, the better bench. If you would talk about the importance of having a strong bench over the long haul.
For contending teams, I think it's a difference maker because it allows you to work through the length of the season in a more measured way, which gives your key players rest. You spread out the minutes over more players, so that tends to lend itself to freshness as you get ready for the playoffs. I don't know if you can overstate the value of a quality bench when you're a team that's expected to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Bell is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Doncic, and it's Connor in at the 5. And the dunk by Doncic.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guy.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Milwaukee's head coach. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed, heel, showing no mercy in transition their part.
Count it.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
At the top of the key, Cook. Pass to Mutton. Here's O'Connor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Ball's not loose. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Bell. Baseline try. That one rolling around and runs out. The Magic have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Magic leading by 3. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. Has to be disappointing seeing him miss that one, Kevin. I mean, the defense wasn't bad, but still, I think he needs to convert from there.
Outside Jackson. There's the pass to Cook. To the wing on the left. Inside. Count the bucket coming up. A perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Cook, the pass to Money. There's the lob to Jackson.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
Could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath. Have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Money. While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Cook looking it over. Passes to Money. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Cook. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Cook's got 8 points. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons part. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Magic.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And so Cook nails both of them.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brunson, no good. Orlando leading by 12. Throws it up high. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Pass to Brogdon. Doncic kicks to Evans. And there's the pass to Brunson. And they get it. And that's 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got his first points in this one.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Money passes to O'Connor. Hammers the alley through.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Here's Brunson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Gary Payton is checked in for Doncic. Here's Brunson. Locked in the pass to Brunson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
O'Keefe, over by Evans, uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And now Orlando on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Bucks trail by 16. Kicks to Evans. Passes it to Brunson. And it's off from three-point range. And it's quick with the ball for Orlando. There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stop the alley.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Timeout called. The Bucks. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did in that one.
And, you know, you see teams relying on the 3-ball more and more nowadays. It's a big part of the game, and they made it rain out there in a big way.
With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for Orlando.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
Payton outside. Here's Evans. And again, the Bucks miss. Magic leading by 18. O'Keefe. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Here's Brunson. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Money passes to O'Connor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here they go. The shot will not fall. The Magic go the other way with it. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks. They came away with a win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Money. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
And it's Evans missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Cook. Clark, you were drafted 8th overall by the Indiana Pacers. Do you have any indication that you were going to be their pick in particular, that you were going to go in that slot? Was there any kind of inkling at all?
No, I only visited with teams drafting 4 through 7. Talked to the Chicago Bulls, the Dallas Mavericks, and I read some of the reports about where I was projected. But you know what? Once you get past the first or second, sometimes the top 3 picks in a draft, you really don't know who's going where after that. So I was fortunate. I landed in a good spot.
Right.
And Indianapolis was a good place for me and Rosie to be as I started my NBA career.
It sure was. And so Cook nails both of them. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Payton finds Evan. To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here's O'Connor. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion. Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Orlando leading by 22. To the middle. Evans with the steal. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Stolen away. They get a hand on it. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
They've been lucky to this point. If they want to keep this lead, they need to take better care of the ball.
Jackson against Antetokounmpo. Right wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Payton passes to Connor. Tipped away. To the inside. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Orlando grabs the miss. Money's got his 5th rebound in this one. Count it. He's got 12.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bounce pass, Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it comes off the front of the rim. Orlando leading by 21. Jackson has the open look. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Bucks have shot just one free throw early, 1 for 1 in the game. And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Inside, intercepted, and that's a foul called on Money. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. From deep three-point range, that shot busy. And so it's Orlando with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Orlando, they got Jackson. Money out there with Cook, and it's O'Connor in at the 4. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Magic. O'Keefe. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them. And just look at that score.
And Greg, you know, they're really controlling the pace and game right now. Rushing, pushing the break, and leaving the defense in its wake.
Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops. Yeah. I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build.
Oh my God.
The Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Alexander. Here's Connor. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. He's got 6.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And the basket by Jackson.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
These players have been dominant on the glass in the last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Are you looking money? A terrific rebound, 5th overall.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
There's the dish to Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 6.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bang. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and he overshot that one, missing. Money passes to Cook. To the middle, Okidi. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Orlando grabs the miss.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. This is to Doncic. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Goes up the baseline and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. To the paint. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
A turnaround jumper. Orlando grabs the miss. Money's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to O'Connor. Here's Money. Good D by Bell.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Here's Doncic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
Yeah, you know, the refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And the pass to Connor. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Connor. And here we go. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Tipped away. Money passes to O'Connor. Here's Money. Pass to Cook. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Here's Bell, and it's blocked. Here is Cook. Pass to O'Connor. Let's go. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight. And the Bucks with possession here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Friday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Money. Down low. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Bucks shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Davidson passes to Evans. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Jackson. 3rd in steals, 3rd in field goal percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Now here's Brogdon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He dishes it to Evans. And a piece of it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Craig. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Bucks passing it around. Offensive rebound. Here's Davidson. Sinks the triple.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Malcolm Brogdon, the 36th pick in the 2016 draft, went on to win Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's the second time a player not taken in the first round received that award. The first time was back in 1957. Kevin, you probably know who that is because you may have even called one of his games.
No, I'm not that old, Clark. You sure you're not thinking of a game maybe you called back in the day? Here's Brunson, guarded by Jackson. Here's the pass to Brunson. Inside. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Count the basket. 14 points for him.
And it started hot, and he's only gotten hot.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 40% from the field. And you think about Brogdon slipping into the second round. Clark, what caused so many teams to pass on him?
Well, you know, in this day and age, Kevin, younger is deemed to be better, and if you happen to be in college 4 or 5 years, you're looked at a little differently. He spent 5 years at Virginia, but to his credit, he got his bachelor's degree and a master's in public policy, so he's got great character and perseverance.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Knocked away. Tries to save it. Evans kicks to Brogdon. Over Cook. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
The Magic have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That's good from Jackson. Here's Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
There's the lob to Jackson. No good on that one.
A highlight reel play all the way. Just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
1:57 left in the second quarter. Payton in the corner. Passes it to Brunson. And again, the Bucks miss. And it's Orlando's ball. They host the Clippers after this game. Now Payton. Pass to Brunson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Brunson's got 6.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants, and then gets his shot off in time.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. Misses off the right eye.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Okiti banked in off the glass. 25 points in the game.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
The pass to Atkins. Now, here's Brogdon. He's tightly guarded. And finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Jackson from long range hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got 30.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And so it's Orlando enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Flying high above Lake Eola in downtown Orlando as we welcome you back to the action at the Amway Center. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander and Milwaukee looking at who they got. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Doncic. Then there's Bell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connor in at the 5. The Bucks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Kicks to Doncic. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Poke loose. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. When you look at Money, leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And Greg, this isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups.
Got a piece of it. Now, here is Bell. Not a lot of room. Antetokounmpo against Jackson. Antetokounmpo passes to Connor. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Doncic. Pass to Connor. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Money passes to Jackson. Now the pass to Money. To the inside. O'Connor. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Orlando, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. He misses the free throw. And the Bucks making a change here. Evans is checked in. And he's good on the second. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here is Antetokounmpo. It is good. Here's Money to the paint. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 34 points.
Now I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Money passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing, Greg. You know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Oh, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game.
Inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up. And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
The Bucks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little over 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander from outside off the mark. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Out left to the wing. Pass it to Money. To the middle. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Oh, and look at his man just go flying by him after the shot fake.
And it might be humiliating for the defender, but it feels oh so good on the other side. My goodness.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he was really in a good flow that time. Saw the opening, let the play evolve a bit, and then boom, boom.
Pass the Money. Here is Cook. Inside, it's deflected. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Money. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. No good on that one. And the Bucks making a change here. And the second free throw, good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And they're pushing it up. Unloads from 13. And that one, good. Jackson's got 40 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. It always seems that coach... get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there, but the GMs who hire him stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve into it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Money passes to Cook. Here's Brunson. He's got 8. The feed to Evans. And the dunk by Evans.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. I tell you, he's feeding up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Brogdon the pass to Brunson. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is a jack-of-all-trades kind of player and really solid at sharing the ball with his teammate.
Here's Cook. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Jackson against Brogdon. It's Jackson with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 44.
Well, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
Offensive rebound. Evans, good.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Stolen by Brogdon, and it's the Bucks on the break. Finished off the break. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Pass to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. O'Connor covered by Evans, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. For Orlando, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And he makes both free throws. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
No, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Wiping the ball away with just such ease.
And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Now you look at money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Luka Doncic. He really does a great job leading his team. Such an unselfish player.
If you look at the work of these 2 players over that period, you might have to say we're looking at the 2 best passers in the NBA.
That's good from Cook. Doncic is checked in for Milwaukee. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Payton. He kicks to Doncic. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Finishes the break with a slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turn it into easy points.
To the paint. Here's Roberts. It's blocked. Here's Money. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Payton finds Roberts. And now Orlando on the break. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And so Payton will bring it up for the Bucks. The pass to Doncic. No good again that time.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. Payton kicks to Roberts. Passes it to Brunson. Payton in the corner. Pass to Brunson. Out of hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Basket good. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. And the pass to O'Connor. Orlando moving the ball around. Doncic comes with a double team. O'Keefe. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He has 35.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Payton kicks to Roberts. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the paint. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
There's a lob to Jackson. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Payton kicks to Doncic. Back to Payton. Pass to Roberts. The dish to Doncic. Payton outside. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Money, Cook out there with Jackson, and it's O'Connor and at the force line. That's who's out there for Orlando.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Davidson
passes to Payton. tipped away.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far. Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed, heel, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Pass to Atkins. Now, here's Doncic, guarded by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Payton kicks to Doncic. Good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Money, covered by Payton. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Buries it down low.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. You know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. He lobs it up. And another assist for him.
And the passing display just doesn't end. Tally up another assist for him.
That one will put him tied for third in the all-time assist list. One of the best games I've ever seen. Doncic passes to Davidson. Here's Atkins. And no good that time. So Orlando will take it the other way. Here's Cook. Jackson gets to Cook. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Bucks miss again. Orlando's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Money passes to and another assist.
I am just speechless here. He has now tied the record for most assists in a game.
Easily a transcendent game for him and his team. G8, he keeps setting up his teammates, and they keep knocking him down. To end the run, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times.
And again, another assist.
And the record is his alone. What a game.
Truly a game for the ages. How lucky are we to have seen it? This guy has been terrific, passing his way into history before our very eyes.
And his incredible performance passing the ball, attracting cheers from the crowd.
Well, he's given them a game to remember, and they're showing their appreciation.
And all night long, he's put on a clinic for how to move the basketball. Every pass, a room service down.
Antetokounmpo passes to Davidson. Back to Antetokounmpo. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. At the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Evans finds Brogdon. And good that time.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
Money passes to O'Connor. Over Evans. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 1 of 9. The 9-foot shot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Money passes to O'Connor. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 34.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Brogdon. He's guarded closely. A baseline check. No good that time. Orlando's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Good.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Antetokounmpo against Jackson. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. That's good from Cook. The Bucks making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And so Cook nails both of them. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 13. So just about 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. From downtown, cranes it from beyond the arc. Cook's got 39.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
The Bucks shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Evans. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot from 12. Moves back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Thursday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Here's Money. Jackson from long range. Evans with the rebound.
He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
It's tipped. Now here's Jackson. Out to the right wing. Evans with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Brogdon. Antetokounmpo against Jackson. A fader. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Magic moving the ball around. Cook. He can't get that one to fall. And Milwaukee will come the other way. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 23 points.
You know, I think he's been a steady, reliable option so far, but it's not enough. They need him to take charge, be more assertive on the offensive end.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Payton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, Kevin, his team is struggling a bit right now. I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time, too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
No clue where that pass is going. That is a brutal turnover.
Doncic is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Orlando's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. On the wing, Jackson. Here's O'Connor. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Payton looking around. Out to the right wing. Brogdon with it. Evans left side. Payton outside. Now the pass to Doncic. Back to Payton. On the wing, Evans. Evans kicks to Payton. Six to shoot. A 3-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Down low, here's Doncic. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Now Payton. And it's Doncic, top of the key. Here's the floater. Rebound by the Magic. Money passes to Jackson. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Brogdon. Passes to Money. It's tipped out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he comes up with the deuce.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And you see the contributions from the goalkeeper to the team, and you can't help but appreciate what an excellent game it was for money.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Conley. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Davidson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And he makes the first. Gary Payton is checked in for Milwaukee. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. .35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Davidson passes to Evans. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Hey, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Antetokounmpo passes to Conley.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.